Welcome back to my Triangle Strategy Hard New Game Plus LTC. Here's Chapter 16. Chapter 16 is titled Sleep, My Friend, which I think is a pretty fitting name, as it sure makes me want to go to sleep every time I have to play it. The map for this chapter is far bigger than any of the previous ones, and enemies are scattered throughout the mines, meaning that you have to spend a lot of time just chasing down each and every one of them. The real kicker, however, is that there are 2 waves of reinforcements, one of which even spawns all the way back near the start of the map. The good news is, this is an LTC, so we're just not going to deal with any of those reinforcements by killing the last group of enemies in one shot. Of course, in order to do that, we have to find a setup to get these scattered enemies to come close enough together to get hit by Glacial Moon and Sunfall. Milo starts the setup off by manipulating this archer into coming towards us. Normally he runs away towards the minecart, but since she called it over, he runs this way instead. Speaking of the minecarts, they help alleviate the issue of the map size by allowing a unit to traverse a long distance without expending their movement. Some enemies are just too far away to get into our setup, so Roland's going to take advantage of these carts and help pick them off.
Away with you! I must remain calm.
Jens is going to help get another 2 enemies into our setup. The first one with this spring trap that will go off later, and the second one with his positioning, which baits this blade into going this way, instead of the other way towards our starting position.
Where shall we strike?
As strong and mobile Roland is, he needs a little bit of help to clean up the enemies in the back, so Serenoa is going to call the cart back to allow Archibald to go and help him out.
For victory! Did you see that?
No need to panic.
What have we here?
Since Roland killed the mage in the back, this blade is going to move up into this position in order to place a bomb. These bombs are meant to be a lost condition, where if you don't defuse them in time, you fail the map. Thankfully, their fuses are pretty long, and you don't actually have to defuse them to win the map, so we can safely ignore them.
Time for some research. Come on! That didn't work.
At this rate, Yeah, it worked!
There is no mercy on the battlefield. This will serve well.
I'll try my best.
These 2 pikemen are too far away for Roland and Archibald to deal with, so Quahaug needs to take a 2-fold turn to warp both of them into our formation. The positions we warp them into are not just for our AoE attack, but also to set them up to take just enough chip from Milo's incoming tempt.
Shall we dance?
As tempting as it might be to hit all 3 of these enemies with Power of Love, Milo actually chooses to only hit this one pikeman. We want to leave the other 2 enemies untempted because we only want a little bit of damage on the 2 pikemen. If we tempt the blade, it would have caused that blade to attack it, and if it takes too much damage, Corentin would end up accidentally killing it with Glacial Moon, triggering the reinforcements. As for the other pikeman, we just wanted to keep it as a targetable enemy for the tempted pikeman later on.
That certainly worked. Here you go.
Defeat is not an option. Now I end this. My turn. Did you see that?
With the archer falling into the spring trap, this blade being baited in by Milo, and Archibald about to snipe the last enemy in the back, our setup is finally complete, ready to be wiped out by Corentin and Frederica. This pikeman using delaying thrust is the reason that it was so important we left the other pikeman targetable by this one. By delaying its turn, we're able to stop it from running out of formation while still dealing the necessary chip damage.
It hurts.
Let us pry out their weakness. There is always a way.
Sunfall wipes out the remaining enemies before reinforcements can spawn, and that's going to be Chapter 16 completed in 24 turns.